Hey everybody, welcome back to another science mini lesson. This one is on amphibians. We are in our unit on animals and we've already talked about insects. You guys got your worksheets on insects in your packet. Well, I wasn't sure if we'd get to amphibians or not or how long we'd be out, so I don't have any worksheets to go with this. But I do have some other resources and I want you to have this video available. So here we go, talking about amphibians. Amphibians are a group of animals that include frogs, toads, salamanders, and newts. If you don't know what a newt is, you can Google that and look it up. These animals are vertebrates. Insects, we're invertebrates. They don't have backbones. Instead, they have the shells. Well, these are vertebrates. They have backbones. They have bones creating their muscle structures. Okay, so they have a shape and they have bones in there. That's vertebrates. You can find these animals everywhere except Antarctica. And here's one of the reasons. They're cold-blooded. They have to have heat to survive, but they can't make their own heat. Like you and I, we make our own body heat. Our bodies stay at about 98 degrees. And it's not because it's 98 degrees around us. Our bodies create that. Well, cold-blooded animals, their bodies can't create that heat, which is why you'll see them laying out on the pavement or on rocks or on the road, especially during the summertime, getting themselves all heated up so they can stay active. One difference between amphibians and reptiles, and we'll talk about reptiles in the next video, amphibians have smooth, moist skin. They have to stay moist. They have to stay near water. They lay their eggs in the water. That's one of the reasons they have to stay near water. And they actually spend half their lives in the water. The first half of their life as an egg, and then, like for example, frogs go from being an egg to being a tadpole. Well, those tadpoles are in the water. They breathe through gills. It's not till the tadpole grows more that it loses its tail, it grows legs, and it grows the ability to breathe through its skin. That's called a metamorphosis. When animals actually physically change shape, it's a type of metamorphosis or change. Most amphibians can breathe through their skin, especially when they're adults and they're living on land. And many amphibians return to the water to lay their eggs. That's how their life cycle goes. You have, for example, a frog. You have your eggs, your tadpoles, your frogs, who lay more eggs, who create more tadpoles, and it goes around and around. It's called a life cycle. Here are some interesting facts about amphibians that not everybody may know. They are carnivores. For the most part, they eat bugs, caterpillars, worms, snails. Some of them even eat crawfish. They must be from this area. They swallow their prey whole. They don't have teeth. They don't chew them. Think about a frog. You've seen frogs eat. Their sticky tongues shoot out, grab the fly, goes back in, and they swallow it whole. Well, that's typical for all amphibians, no matter what kind of small animal they're eating. The largest amphibian in the world is the Chinese giant salamander, which is 6 feet long. Oh my! They do have their sticky tongues, and some of them are even poisonous. National Geographic Kids has an article about poisonous frogs from the Amazon rainforest. They are bright colors. They warn you from a distance. You don't want to mess with them. They may look nice and pretty, but look, don't touch. One other little tidbit. Amphibians, the word amphibians, it comes from a Greek word that means a double life or living a double life. And that's what amphibians do. They live half their life in the water. They live the other half on land. So there you go. There are some cool facts about amphibians. I have posted a link to the Brain Pop video on amphibians on my resource tab for my website. You can also Google that, Brain Pop Amphibians. Most of you have already created a free account there, so you can go in and look at that. There are some other games and activities attached to that video. And I would love to hear back from some of you about what you think the difference is between a frog and a toad. Ooh, burning question. I hope to hear from some of you soon with an answer to that. And I will post our video on reptiles within the next day or two. Enjoy your time.